let's talk about ethnicity, race, nationality, background. That's the main drive for people watching these videos. That's what people are fascinated and curious about. That's why they want to hear what I have to say. So let's talk about this. One of the things that I'm constantly reminding viewers outside of the United States is that in the United States, when we refer to someone who is Mexican, we are not necessarily talking about their nationality. In fact, there's a good chance when we refer to someone as Mexican, we, by default, are not talking about their nationality. We're talking about ultimately their heritage. So we could be talking about a first generation Mexican American. We could be talking about a third generation Mexican American. Ultimately, they're still Mexican. That's how it works. And it's similar to people who are black. Now, black people themselves refer to themselves as black, no matter what generation we're talking about. So when it comes to Hispanic people, it's not that we're outing them and saying, oh, look, they're lesser people because they're Mexican. It's in the United States, we're brainwashed by our government to constantly be aware of our race and ethnic background. People from outside the United States are constantly asking us, why are you so obsessed with race? Why is the United States obsessed? Not so much that we're obsessed, that we're aware is the issue. Every time we have to fill out a form for the government, we have to put our race and ethnicity. Even yesterday, my wife was filling out a form to register our son for next year for school, and there it is, race and ethnicity. So what do we put? We put white, Hispanic, because it's two different things. Are you white? And then also from there, there's another breakdown. So white and Hispanic, what we put. But let's talk about this concept of how Americans perceive Mexicans. We don't care about the nationality. We're only focusing on the heritage ultimately, in the same way that black Americans do the same thing. In the same way that even Italian Americans are pretty big into do this. Have you seen the Rocky movies? I mean, especially those first three. I mean, they really pounded the ground. This guy is an Italian American. So that's the culture here. That's how it works here. So just to be clear, in the United States, if we refer to someone who's Mexican, it may mean a person who actually was born in Mexico and is now here in the United States, illegally, without documentation. Or it could mean they came here legally, the right way, like my great-grandparents did it 100 years ago. Either way, they're still Mexican. It goes further though. You could be someone who is a third-generation Mexican-American. You don't even speak Spanish because your own parents wanted you to speak English, as was the case with my great-grandparents for my grandmother. You'd be a third-generation American. You have no Spanish accent whatsoever. You're completely part of American culture in every way. You're disconnected from Mexican culture altogether. You are culturally white, like A.C. Slater was on Saved by the Bell. That's what he was. He was culturally white. There was one episode where they even referenced that he was Hispanic, that he was Mexican American. So you could be third generation, not speak Spanish, not even really have the culture. You're still Mexican. People will still, you could have a southern accent, a big southern accent, drive a pickup truck and cowboy boots and be big into, I'm trying to think of things that like white people are into more than monster trucks. Let's just go, you're big into monster, whatever it is, you're still Mexican. That label doesn't leave you. That's how it works. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying that's how it is. Your thoughts, your comments, your beliefs, your opinions, everything that's important to you